The highest mountains in the world. Number 7. Australia. In the southeast of Australia, between Sydney and Melbourne, is Mount Kosciuszko at 7,310 feet above sea level. This mountain is the highest point on the continent. The terrain of this majestic mountain is rocky, with gentle slopes and extensive areas of vegetation. In the winter season, the area is covered with heavy rain and snow, but don't worry, because, like most of the highest peaks in Australia, climbing it is not that hard, so you won't have major difficulties. Apparently, any tourist with a minimum of fitness could do it, so if you're new to mountain hiking but enjoy extreme stuff, Mount Kosciuszko is your best choice. Number 6. Antarctica. At 16,050 feet above sea level, Vinson Massif is the highest mountain on the White Continent. It lies within the Sentinel Range in the northern part of the Ellsworth Mountains. And although Antarctica doesn't belong to any country, this sector has been claimed as part of the Chilean Antarctic Territory. Crazy. Ascending this immense glacier is equivalent to 13 miles of hiking, which technically isn't considered difficult, but it becomes more challenging due to its extremely cold climate. If you want to reach the top, you must not only have experience with mountains, but also with the polar climate, as you'll need to use special clothing and accessories. And although thousands of people have tried, only about 1,100 people have reached the summit to date. If you're eager to visit this impressive place, the best time to go is during the austral summer or in December, January, and February. Go venture out! Number 5. Europe. This continent doesn't want to be left out of this top, so Mount Elbrus at 18,510 feet altitude takes over this position. This mountain is located between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea, and is also part of the Great Caucasus Mountains. Surprisingly enough, this peak is not only high, but also volcanic. Yeah, you heard right, volcanic. But there's nothing to worry about because it's been inactive for a long time, so it's considered extinct. However, this characteristic has allowed its main mineral wealth to be coal, copper, lead, manganese, and oil. Truly impressive. Another incredible detail of this place is that it's so high that you'll find specific microclimates depending on the area and altitude. The only thing that should make you take precautions is its extreme winters, as they're so cold that you must be well protected to enjoy the white view with coniferous forests and alpine meadows without any risks. On the other hand, climbing Elbrus requires only basic mountaineering skills, although the high altitude and unpredictable weather make the climb more complicated and difficult than it may seem. Number 4. Africa. It's the turn of the wild nature of Africa, which has a triple mountain. And as incredible as it may seem, it's composed of 3 volcanoes, Kibo, Mawenzi, and Shira, which together form the imposing Mount Kilimanjaro, the highest on this continent. I'm talking about 19,341 feet above sea level, which are able to shine above the clouds and touch the sky. Just look at the magic! But that's not all. This mountain is so big that you'll find diverse and varied ecosystems all along the way, from banana, coffee, yucca, and corn plantations on the lower slopes to desert landscapes near the peak, with rocks, ice, and snow, which confirm the beauty of this summit. Best of all, you don't need mountaineering skills or special equipment to climb Kilimanjaro. Even less experienced hikers can reach the peak. As proof of this, I can tell you that the youngest person to reach the summit was 6 years old, and the oldest was 83. Do you believe me now? Mind you, it's very important to be in good physical condition and have proper pre-acclimatization if you don't want to experience altitude sickness. Moreover, if you want to visit this natural wonder, time will always be against you, since the glaciers have melted considerably due to environmental pollution. How sad. Number 3. North America. The American continent never ceases to amaze us when it comes to natural wonders, and this time will be no exception, because 2 of the world's largest mountains are located in North American territory. One of them is Mount Logan. This mountain, at 19,551 feet above sea level, is the highest in Canada and the second highest in all of North America. It lies within Kluane National Park, and its temperatures are so cold that they reach -49 degrees Fahrenheit. However, this place is home to a wide variety of flora and especially an incredible herbivorous fauna such as Dall sheep, mountain goats, and caribou. It'll be your best option if you want to enjoy nature, but not if you want to do mountaineering, as it's considered so dangerous that it can put even the most experienced mountaineers to the test. Also, Mount Logan is located in an isolated area, so you'll have to undertake a long hike before starting the ascent. No one would want to take the risk, right? Another striking peak in North America is Mount McKinley, or as it's now called, Mount Denali, a name given in honor of the native indigenous people. It rises about 20,310 feet, making it the highest mountain in North America. It's located in south-central Alaska in the United States, and due to its considerable height, it can reach temperatures of negative 75.46 degrees Fahrenheit, becoming one of the coldest mountains on the planet. So much so that, in bad weather, snow and windstorms are extreme. If you ever think you could climb Denali, May and June are the most recommendable months, but don't forget the necessary equipment to withstand the low temperatures and overcome its steepness. Number 2. South America. This time, South America comes with two worthy representatives that live up to this top. Let's start with Nevado Ojos del Salado at 22,615 feet high, which is the highest peak in Chile and the highest active volcano on the planet. However, don't let this information discourage you, because despite being considered historically active, the last time it erupted was about 1,300 years ago. If you're a mountaineering lover, this place will become an important challenge for you since the ascent is a highly complicated task. The difficulties range from facing its enormous size to its harsh weather conditions. That is, if you want to reach the summit, good physical preparation and proper acclimatization are a must. On the other hand, at 22,837 feet high is an Argentine giant, Mount Aconcagua, the most imposing elevation in the Americas. Although it's made up of volcanic rocks, it isn't a volcano, and believe it or not, it's considered easy to climb. In addition, this mountain is home to a surprising variety of flora, such as goat horn, yellow wood, and lloreta. You might also be surprised by its fauna, such as foxes, lizards, toads, and guanacos. You've reached the first place of this top, and the continent with the highest peak is Number 1. Asia. Time for the Asian giant and its colossal mountains. So let's start this position by introducing Kosciuszko, which at 28,169 feet is the third highest summit on this continent. And although the origin of its name is uncertain, it's believed to mean 5 treasures of the Great Snow because of the 5 peaks that compose it. Kosciuszko is also considered the abode of a god, so climbing this immense mountain is not only a difficult and exhausting experience, but you must also comply with the only rule imposed by local authorities, in which it stated that, for religious reasons and out of respect for their beliefs, you cannot reach the last feet of the summit. Meanwhile, at 28,250 feet high, the imposing K2, which is as big as it is dangerous, makes its entrance. It's known as the Wild Mountain due to the difficulty of climbing it and also for its high percentage of recorded accidents, ranging from missing persons to people who have lost their lives. A very important fact to keep in mind is that for every 4 people who have reached the summit, 1 has died trying. Better not to risk it, right? Now from China and Nepal, it's the turn of the greatest height exponent not only in Asia, but the entire planet. The majestic and very famous Mount Everest. You've already heard of it, haven't you? And how could you not, if this massive reaches 29,031 feet of altitude? It's undoubtedly every climber's dream, but also the most dangerous challenge you could face, as over 235 climbers have died trying to reach the summit. The weather conditions of this place also represent a major difficulty. However, surprisingly enough, despite the imminent dangers, many people risk their lives to reach the top of the world. The question now is, do you dare to attempt this great feat? Are you ready for an adventure of this magnitude? If you enjoyed what you learned in this video, hit like and share the video. Subscribe to TrendMax and don't miss out on these videos. Click here or here.